At the top of the tower, with the whole world watching, Vane Taylor felt the knife slide into his back. He had climbed 100 floors, the first human ever to reach the top. It took him 20 years, and his own guild, the people he bled beside for 2 decades, killed him for the prize at the summit. The Tower of Iron had appeared over every city in the world on the same morning, 20 years before. Climb it, or be devoured by what poured out of its gates. Humanity was given no third choice. Those who awakened a system could grow stronger, level up, become something more. The rest were fodder. Vane had become the strongest of them all, and it had bought him exactly nothing. As the light left his eyes, the tower spoke to him for the first time in 20 years, and it offered him a deal. He did not remember saying yes. He only remembered the falling. Vane Taylor woke on the cold floor of a slum clinic, gasping. 20 years in the past, 20 years younger, unscarred, weak, the morning of the day he first awakened his system, and there it was, hanging in the air where it had appeared on this exact morning a lifetime ago. Awakening complete. Welcome, climber. Level 1. Level 1. After a lifetime at the peak of the world, the system called him Level 1. Most men, handed their youth again, would weep with joy. Vane only began to plan. He knew this tower, every floor, every guardian, every trap that had killed a friend, and he knew every face that would one day stand behind him at the summit and choose to put a blade in his back. This time, he would climb for himself, and the ones who betrayed him would never get the chance. But knowing the path is not the same as walking it. His mind held 20 years of mastery. His body held none of it. The techniques he remembered would tear this weak frame apart if he used them too soon. So he would do what no first-day climber in history had ever done. He would climb with a map of the future in his head. He stepped out of the clinic into a city he had watched burn, whole again, 20 years younger. And there, above the rooftops, exactly where memory said it would be, stood the Tower of Iron. On this day, in his first life, Vane had walked past it in fear and stayed weak for 3 more years. Not this time. This time he knew exactly where the first easy power was hidden, and exactly who else was coming for it, because on the first floor of the tower there was a skill, a small one. Everyone overlooked it. Vane never would. Embermark, the skill that, 20 years from now, would let him burn a path to the 100th floor. On day 1 it was almost worthless. Almost, and he knew how to make it priceless. He walked to the tower's base, where a frightened crowd of new climbers gathered at the glowing gate. Guild scouts circled them like wolves, recruiting the strong, sneering at the weak. Vane ignored them all. He was looking for one face in the crowd, a face the world would one day call a legend. There, at the very back, ragged, half-starved, scavenging a dropped ration bar off the ground. Sarah Vine. In his first life, she became the greatest healer the tower ever produced. She died on the 80th floor, keeping his guild alive. She died, saving the very people who would, 20 floors later, murder him. She never knew what they were. This time, Vane would reach her first, before the guilds, before the betrayers ever learned her name. But a level 1 nobody does not simply walk up and recruit a future legend. He would have to earn it, and the tower, as it happened, was about to hand him the perfect chance. A gate beast. On the first floor. On the first day. Vane remembered this. He remembered it killed 9 people. In his first life, he had run. Today he knew exactly where it would strike and exactly how to kill it. The beast burst from the gate in a spray of stone and screaming. The crowd scattered like leaves. It went, as it always had, straight for the weakest prey at the edge of the crowd. Straight for Sarah. The guild scouts watched. A dying nobody was not worth a guild's blood. Vane had counted on that too. He could not yet fight it head on. This frail body would break, but he did not need to overpower it. He needed one clean strike. He knew this beast's anatomy better than its own mother. One soft point under the jaw. One instant when it lunged. Vane moved, not with a master's power, with a master's perfect, impossible timing. One thrust. Up, under the jaw, into the single point the system had taught him to find a lifetime ago. The gate beast that had killed 9 people in his first life dropped dead at his feet in front of everyone. Level up, level 2. How? A level 1 nobody had just soloed a gate beast with a borrowed knife. The guild scouts stopped sneering, and at the crowd's edge, the half-starved scavenger he had come to save stared at him as if seeing a ghost. Vane did not bask in it. He simply turned, walked to her, and offered his hand. "You're hurt." "Let me see." "I don't take charity," she snapped, jerking back. He had expected that. In his first life, that pride had killed her. "It isn't charity," Vane said. "It's an investment. You have a gift you don't even know about yet." "I do." She laughed in his face. A starving scavenger with a gift. But she did not walk away. And that was a beginning. Before he could press further, a heavy gauntlet landed on Vane's shoulder. The guilds had decided he was worth taking. Talent like that belongs to a guild, boy. Ours. "Come quietly and we'll make you rich." Vane knew this guild. In 19 years, 2 of its officers would be standing at the summit when the knife went in. "No," he said simply. The recruiter's smile curdled. "Nobody told a guild no on day 1. Maybe you didn't hear me, fodder." The gauntlet tightened. Around them, the recruiter's men closed in. Vane sighed. He had hoped to avoid drawing attention this early, but some lessons had to be taught in public. He could not beat a full guild squad, not at level 2, but he did not need to beat them. He needed to humiliate one of them. He knew this recruiter's fighting style. He had trained the man's grandson 3 lifetimes of skill ago. The recruiter swung. Vane stepped inside it, set one finger against the man's elbow, and used his own momentum against him. The armored recruiter flipped over his own arm and crashed flat on his back in front of his entire squad. It looked, to every witness, like the man had simply tripped over a level 2 nobody. Vane made very sure it looked that way, but Sarah had watched his feet. And Sarah, even half-starved, was far too clever to believe in luck. The recruiter scrambled up, purple with rage and shame. "You're dead, fodder. You hear me? Dead." Vane had not planned to make an enemy of this guild on day 1. He had just done it anyway. Some prices were worth paying. And then, for the first time since he woke, something happened that Vane did not remember. A new system prompt bloomed in his vision. One he had never seen in his entire first life. Anomaly detected. A second regressor walks the tower. Vane went very still. He was not the only one who had been sent back. Someone else remembered the future too. And if they remembered the future, then everything he knew, every trap and every traitor might already be wrong. Worse. A second regressor meant a second person who knew exactly how valuable Sarah Vine would become. Vane's careful, patient plan had just collided with the one thing he could not predict. Another player at his own table. He turned back to Sarah. The patient courtship he had planned was a luxury he no longer had. "I'm going to tell you something insane," he said quietly, "and you're going to want to walk away. Don't. In 1 year, a gate will open under the old market district. Everyone there dies, including the family you're trying to feed." She froze. She had told no one about her family. No one alive could know that, and yet this stranger did. "Who are you?" she whispered. It was the first time anyone in this new life had asked Vane the right question. "Someone who has already watched you die," Vane said, "saving people who didn't deserve it." "I came back to change that." Before she could answer, the tower gate screamed again. But this time, the sound was wrong. Vane's blood ran cold. In his first life, on day 1, only one beast came through that gate. He had killed it. A second beast should not exist, unless someone, somewhere in that tower, was deliberately changing the rules. The other regressor had just made his first move, and he had made it aimed straight at the crowd. Vane grabbed Sarah's wrist. "Whatever you decide about me, decide it later. Right now, stay behind me." For the first time in 2 lifetimes, Vane Taylor was walking into a fight he did not already know how to win. And somewhere above, On a floor he could not see, the other regressor was watching. And smiling, the corrupted gate split open, and what stepped out was not a first-floor beast at all. It was a guardian. A floor boss. Dragged 20 floors down into a crowd of level ones who could not possibly survive it. This was murder. Elegant, deniable, mass murder, and only Vane understood that it was aimed at him. The guilt squad broke and ran. The scouts ran, everyone but Vane and the woman behind him. You can't fight that, Sarah breathed. Nobody can fight that. I know, Vane said, so I won't fight it. I'll cheat. Because Vane Taylor knew one thing the other regressor had forgotten. He had killed this exact guardian before, on the 10th floor, and every guardian, no matter how strong, had a flaw the system built into it. Vane had spent 20 years learning this one's. The problem was reaching it. The weak point was 20 feet up, on a monster that could end him in a single blow. Sarah, that gift I mentioned, we're going to find out about it right now, or we both die. He pressed her hand flat against his own chest, over his heart. When I say now, push everything you feel into me. Trust me. I don't even know what I am, she cried. I do, he said. You're the best healer the world will ever make. Now, Sarah. Now. And something inside Sarah Vin, dormant for a lifetime, woke for the first time. Golden light poured from her hand into Vane's chest. And his broken, level 2 body remembered, for 10 seconds, what it was to be a god. It would cost him. Channeling power this body couldn't hold would leave him crippled for days. He had 10 seconds. He would need 3. Vane moved. Not like a level 2 nobody. Like the strongest climber the tower had ever known. He ran up the guardian's own arm before it understood it was being attacked. The borrowed power screamed through his veins. Every technique of 20 years suddenly his to use again. He reached the weak point at the base of the guardian's skull. And he struck it the way he had struck it 100 times in another life. The floor guardian, the monster that should have slaughtered 100 people, came apart in a single perfect blow. Anomalous guardian defeated. Warning, power signature recorded, and the moment it died, the borrowed power left him. Vane dropped from the sky like a stone. He hit the rubble hard, every overstrained meridian in his young body screaming. He could not move. He had spent everything. And then golden light washed over him, gentle this time, and the screaming in his body began to ease. Sarah knelt over him, her newfound power flowing into his ruined body, her eyes wet with fury and wonder. You knew, she said, voice shaking. You knew I could do this. You knew all of it. I told you, Vane managed with the ghost of a smile. An investment. Around them, the survivors crept back, staring at the impossible thing they had seen. A legend had just been born in public on day 1. Vane had saved the crowd. He had saved Sarah. He had taken his first real step up a tower he meant to own. But he had also been seen by the guilds, by the system, and by the one enemy he never knew existed. Somewhere above, the other regressor had learned 3 things. Vane was back. Vane was dangerous. And Vane had found the healer first. Vane Taylor had come back to bury the men who killed him. He had not counted on one of them coming back to bury him first. The climb had begun. And this time he would not climb it alone or unopposed.